Hey guys, welcome to another wonderful week, but most importantly, welcome to another wonderful season. Can you believe it? It's already summertime pretty much, guys. Like, I was thinking about that already, but something about logging in and seeing the surfboards for sale. It's just crazy to think about how much time flies. Anyway, I'm here to tell you guys today how much I like summertime. It's really just let's start with the obvious things. It's one of the four seasons out of the year, and it's the hottest, obviously. It's not going to be anywhere near as chill as the rest of them, but there's just a certain sense of freedom that goes along with the concept of summertime. It's the idea of, for I don't know about Eastern schools, but for Western schools, definitely. All the kids are out. They're able to go take about 2.5 months all to themselves and just get to go do amazing things. Some people go to summer camp. Some people will be going out to a lot of movies or to the I was gonna say the zoo. I meant the mall, stuff like that. Just be able to just really get some time to rewind, relax, and just reconnect with whatever it is that you enjoy, that you've been kind of too busy for the majority of the year to kind of deal with. And it's pretty cool. Me personally, growing up as a kid, well, first and foremost, let's talk about the weather, right? I told you briefly, summer is hot. I, as a Texas native, take whatever is hot for you and multiply that by times two, and that's what summer was like in Texas. It just can be just absolutely unbearable sometimes. It's crazy. In fact, fun fact regarding Animal Crossing in summertime, on the original GameCube version of Animal Crossing, during the summer months, the map was split. You had 5 columns and 6 rows. And that's how they dictated climate, basically. These trees right over here, the what do you call them? The pine trees, whatever. Not pine, but cedar trees. The cedar trees only could be planted and grown on the top part of the map. The bottom part of the map is where you could plant coconut trees. Effectively, just kind of I don't know if you could plant them anywhere, but you definitely had to plant them in the sand. But the reason I bring this up is the bottom half was where it would get the warmest, especially the beach itself. On the original GameCube version, or N64 if you're from Japan, of Animal Crossing, if you spent too much time on the summer on the beach, your character would literally sunburn. Nowadays, we have different skin tones for the different types of people in the world, but back then, you just had a base skin tone, and to show heat, if you spent a prolonged amount of time on the beach during their summertime, you would get a tan. It was one of various details that they put in the Animal Crossing game on the GameCube. When I say that, I mean nowadays we just terraform and we make our own little path where people walk. On that game, you could make a dirt path, but you had to do it the old-fashioned way. Basically, every piece of grass that you walked on would have its own individual value, and over time it would be able to show how much you walked on it by slowly turning from grass into dirt. So if you had a specific route that you took from point A to point B, you would eventually have a dirt path that shows how much you walk that way. Hello, tourist. I don't know if you're a girl, but I'm assuming you're... Oh, it's Sydney. Fun fact about the koalas in Animal Crossing. They mostly have names that are associated with some aspect of Australia. Sydney is named after, Sydney, whereas various other ones will have them as well. I can't really think of their names off the top of my head. I mean, the first two that come to mind are Eugene and Alice, who are exceptions, though Alice is actually tied to Alice in Wonderland. But if I were to look at a list of all of the Melba. There's one named Melba, and she's named after Melbourne, Australia. And there's various other ones, and I find that kind of cool. And the kangaroos don't get that same treatment, but they do have like their own little puns here and there. Hey, Bruce. Hey, you from here? I'm a solo traveler just seeing where life takes me. Name's Bruce. I'm impressed you'd stop for a chat with a complete stranger like me. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Speaks real well of this island. Y'all must have some big hearts. I'm only sticking around for a short while, but I'm all ears if you want to chat, Gruff. Bruce was he was never on any of my actual islands, but on the DLC of my other account, he was one of the cooks in my restaurant. So the fact that I would go there to get a DIY every single day, yeah, I kind of have a soft spot for Bruce. Where is my DIY on the beach? Speaking of which, oh, there's Camafrog. Hey, what's up, Camafrog? How's you doing? What's hopping? Hey, Chris. Fancy running into you here. Well, let's chat. Nice walk weather, ain't it? And here I run into you, which has me feeling downright sunny. Okay, we had this conversation once before. You said it, but it was nighttime, so I found it funny that you had mentioned how sunny it is. But then now you say it's walking weather, but you're sitting there drinking an orange soda. So I don't think you quite understand the concept of walking in the sun. Though, as a frog, you also don't understand the concept of having an umbrella in the rain. So I guess I can't really hold any of that against him, right? But bro, super like crazy. But we're on the start of summer basically now, and I'm curious, guys, what are your plans for the summer? Me? Well, I'm just an old fart who plays Animal Crossing and talks into the void, so my plans for summer is probably just more of that. But that's a good thing, right? That's something that we get to share. You and I do. Meanwhile, I know some of the younger people will probably be out of school, so they have a lot of spare time. But, like, what was your plan? For me, summer when I got off of school was basically just 2.5 months of doing next to nothing. I would not really do a whole lot. There's like even like one time I swear I fell asleep on a Friday, woke up on a Sunday, and just had no idea whatever happened to that Saturday. In hindsight, I don't think I'm necessarily the best narrator, and perhaps I could be like hyperbole. Like it felt like I slept over through an entire day, but I didn't. If there's one kid that I might not necessarily trust to be a good judge of how things went, it'd probably be me. So that could have been different, but I do know there's like a lot of other kids. Like I probably had a friend or two who would go to summer camp. Ones who would have like different types of hobbies also and whatnot. Like for me, summer was just one big. We're off of school and we're going to basically do what we would do after school, but like on a grander scale. Hey, Tulin, what's up? Yo, you been training, Gust? What's the latest? Hey, you working up a good sweat there. Don't forget to stay hydrated, Gust. Good advice, good advice. Stay hydrated. Still trying to find this last DIY. No idea where. Oh my god, that is a look right there. Oh my goodness. Look at Sterling over here, guys. He has the metal boots and the metal helmet, but then he has like the Islander shirt going on. Hey Sterling, how's it going? Yo, you one of the locals here? Cool. I'm Sterling. Just on a bit of vacation, you know? Normally, I like to camp, rough it a little bit, but I'm in a kind of recovery and hydrate phase. That means I've been bored out of my mind. Glad you stopped by to spice things up. Scrah! Fun fact, campsite's open. If you want, you can go take that. You don't have to sit here in your little shirt. Just saying, scraw. It's open, but goodness great guys, I think my beach DIY just did I pick it up and just not notice? No, I didn't pick it up. Seriously, I have no idea where my beach DIY is. I didn't play earlier today. I tried to save my playing, like at least my first thing of playing for you guys. So I have no idea where it could have gone. But trying to think other things people do in the summertime. Well, like these animals are doing, they go on vacations, right? You know, I can't remember too many summer vacations that I ever had growing up. Probably went to the beach a time or two, but for the most part, it was just you just stay at home basically. There's really no going out. There's no taking a weeks long vacation off to some crazy amazing part of the world. It was just yep, no school for 2.5 months, and that's the start and the finish of it. And there's really nothing in between. I mean, I can't say I had the most interesting childhood, but at the same time, I think we could argue that sometimes not having an interesting childhood could be a sign that you didn't have any trauma or drama. So I think I'll take the mundane, safe lifestyle over the yeah. I went skiing as a kid or a teenager or whatnot and broke my arm, and then ended up spending the rest of my summertime in a cast. And then like also like the first like week of school also like though it's to each their own kind of thing. There's some people who would say like I rather have a lived life, and they'd like to go out and break their arm or leg or anything else doing something fabulous. And there's really no wrong way to assess what makes a good summer, but in general I just like summertime. um, I think there's going to be things that I might be able to appreciate also more regarding summertime, that I don't personally know, but like different hobbies, maybe time oriented as well. And by that I mean like maybe if you're like bug watching, there's certain times a year in the summertime where certain bugs might show up. If you go fishing, maybe there's certain fish that show up. That's cool in Animal Crossing that happens. Um, in Animal Crossing, I know that in the original game, jellyfish would be popular around summertime, as well as salmon would show up towards the beginning of autumn. So that's always cool. Also, another big thing for summertime in Animal Crossing is beetles and sharks. In the very first Animal Crossing game, there was beetles. They would show up on coconut trees on the beach, and you'd be able to catch them. They were worth a lot of bells, so they could help progress your paying off your debt. And then later games, when they introduced the sharks, they were popular around summer. You just walk along the beach, and all of a sudden, boop, dorsal fin, and you're like, oh. And they were always worth catching too, because they would have a a good monetary value attached to them. So that was always a fun thing to be able to experience back in well, I would say back in those days, but just in Animal Crossing here, because it's still a thing. Another cool thing in Animal Crossing is seasonal weeds. I don't know if there's a summer weed, if these are the summer weeds, but your weeds will change their complexion based off of the time of year, which it's an interesting detail, but I mean, it is what it is, right? But all in all, I'd say that we're looking at just a really really fun time of year to get to look forward to. You guys, I'm hoping that as I decide to what's it called, post more content regarding summertime, that or not regarding summertime, but post more content during the summertime, you guys will have something to look forward to while you're on your busy hustle and bustle as you're going from point A to point B, as you're experiencing your vacations and doing all the fun things that, I want to give you guys a little 15 to 20 minutes here and there, a little clip, something to, help maintain a bit of a routine. 'Cause honestly, I'd say summer is the first place where routine goes to die, but hopefully we will be able to enjoy all this time together, make some a phrase I want to start using more often is, guys, let's make memories, not mistakes. Summer's going to be crazy, or it won't be crazy, but all in all, I just hope that we can have something consistent that we get to share. You guys, if you like summer and summertime, please let me know in the comment section what your favorite thing about summertime is. If you don't like summertime, tell me what season you prefer, and as well as whatever reasons you have for disliking summer. But all in all, remember, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. I always feel filthy when I say those things, but I guess it's the expectation, right? Who knows, right? But rather, say it and be heard than not say it and have people feel like I don't care. But it is what it is. I'm dribbling on. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I enjoy being able to spend all of our time together. Stay safe, stay cool, stay hydrated, and I hope you guys have a great time. See you next time.